This is not self-help. This is healing. Body, nervous system, wholeness. Energy medicine, Ayurveda-inspired living, herbal wisdom. Learn, heal, and be together. Wholeness isn't fixing, it's integrating. Evolve Global 22's Healing Light Studio. Understanding begins here. Healing happens here. Wholeness lives within you. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Evolve Global 22's Healing Light Studio. What did you think about the new promo video? I love it. I hope you liked it too. Put it in the comments to tell me what you think. Tonight is Friday. I hope all of you had a wonderful week ahead. This has been a week behind, actually, because the week is over. But I had a pretty busy week, which all is good, but busy. And I hope that you are coming tonight ready to think about you and leave all of that stuff behind you. So let's get right into Friday night's healing circle and be reminded we are focusing on the B in our become, which is body. And tonight we are talking about gentle ways to come back to yourself. We have to come back to ourselves, especially on Fridays headed into the weekend, and why return works best when it's slow, kind, and allowed. Welcome once again. I'm so pleased and so happy and blessed that you're here. I'm really glad that you're here tonight. Friday is different. Tonight is not about learning something new, fixing something old, or tying everything up neatly. Tonight is about return. Return to yourself, return to your body, return to the parts of you that may have stepped back this week. Not because you failed, but because you were surviving. Friday is where we let the week land softly. So what we will explore tonight, my friends, is why leaving ourselves is often protective, not wrong. Why return doesn't happen all at once. How pressure delays return, but permission invites it. How ancient healing systems understood return as a relationship. How to integrate this week without turning it into another task. Oh my God, nobody wants another task. This is about coming home, not arriving somewhere new. Remember this week, let's go over just quickly what we've covered this week. We moved gently on purpose. Monday, we learned the body needs support before insight. Tuesday, we saw how small, consistent supports build safety. Wednesday, we practiced listening without fixing. And yesterday, Thursday, we allowed the senses to do the regulating. Friday is not another step forward. Friday is where we ask, what happens when we let all of this settle into our body? Our core truth, you don't come back to yourself by force. You don't return through discipline, motivation, or willpower. You return through permission. The body doesn't need to be pulled back into the present. It returns when it feels safe enough to do so. Return is not something to achieve, it's something you allow. And as always, we have our 5 learning points tonight. We'll start with learning point number 1. We leave ourselves for intelligent reasons. Most people carry shame about checking out, disconnecting, numbing, or going into autopilot. But leaving yourself is rarely a flaw. It's often a brilliant survival strategy. When the system was overwhelmed, the body itself said, "This is too much. I'll step back." Just think, as an example, just think of how your phone goes into low power mode. It's not broken, it's conserving energy. The body does the same thing. When we judge this response, we create more distance. When we honor it, the body feels respected, and that respect makes return possible. I want you to ask yourself this question. Can you recognize a time leaving yourself actually kept you safe? Learning point number 2. Return is usually quiet and fragmented. We often imagine return as a big moment of clarity, calm, peace, or relief. But return usually looks like a moment where you notice your breath, a softening in your shoulders, a sense of, oh, I'm here again, a pause between thoughts. It's the little things. Return happens in pieces. It's like coming home after a long trip. You don't unpack everything all at once. You turn on the light, sit down, maybe drink a glass of water. When we expect return to be dramatic, we miss the small moments where it's already happening. Think about this. What does return look like when it's subtle instead of obvious? Learning point number 3 for thought tonight. Pressure pushes the body away. When we say, I need to get back to myself, I should be more present, I shouldn't still feel this way, the body hears urgency. Urgency feels like danger. Think about an animal hiding after a loud noise. If you chase it out, it hides longer. If you sit quietly, it eventually returns on its own. The body returns when it senses no demand. Think about this. How does your body respond when you rush it versus when you allow it? Learning point number 4. The power of 3 is our foundation: energy medicine, Ayurveda-inspired living, and herbal wisdom, and how return actually happens. Return is not mental, it's systemic. The power of 3 explains to us why. Energy medicine, let's talk about that first. Coherence before control. In energy medicine, return happens when energy is allowed to reorganize naturally, not forcing it, not directing it, not pushing it. When energy feels uninterrupted, the body settles. Return is a realignment, not a correction. In Ayurveda-inspired living, timing and nature. That's what we're talking about here. Ayurveda teaches that balance returns when we honor the time of day, the season of life, the body's current capacity. Return does not happen on command. It follows rhythm like the tide. Now, let's talk about herbal wisdom. This is where the gentle partnership happens. Herbs don't drag the body back into balance. They sit beside it and say, I'll support you while you find your way. The same attitude, partnership over control, is what allows return. Learning point number 5. Repair is the shortcut back home. You don't need perfect presence. You only need repair. Repair sounds like, I'm back, I drifted and now I notice. That was a lot. Think of a relationship where repair mattered more than perfection. The same is true inside the body. Every moment of repair rebuilds trust. Trust is what makes return sustainable. As always, my friends, why does this matter in real life? Because if it doesn't matter in real life, then why are we even talking about it? But this matters. In real life, people disconnect at work, in parenting, in illness, in stress. In real life, they judge themselves for it. Shame keeps them away even longer. When return is gentle, the body comes back more easily. Self-trust grows. Healing becomes rational, not performative. Return keeps the relationship intact even on hard days. Some common challenges that we face because we are human: expecting constant presence with no nervous system can sustain. Our nervous systems cannot sustain constant presence. So we shouldn't expect that of ourselves. Another common challenge is interpreting disconnection as failure. The next one, comparing your healing pace to others. That's a big one. Don't ever compare yourself in anything to anyone else. We are all unique, and we all have our own unique needs and challenges and ways that work for us. That's why at Evolve Global 22, we individualize our supports. And the last challenge is wanting closure instead of continuation. These expectations don't come from the body, they come from the culture. So, what are some gentle ways that we can support return? Number one, let yourself notice without correcting. Number two, allow pauses without filling them. Number three, acknowledge I'm here again without commentary. And number four, trust that slow return builds deeper safety. Return doesn't require effort, it requires welcome. So we use the power of three to make sure that we achieve integration. And what energy medicine does, my friends, is it restores coherence and flow. If we don't have coherence and flow and energy is stuck and built up in the body, we are going to have illness. Physical illness, mental illness, emotional struggle, all of that. In Ayurveda reestablishes balance through timing and rhythm. And in Herbal Wisdom, it encourages partnership and patience. Together, they create a full sense of homecoming. That's why I use the power of three, and I build everything upon the power of three, because it's an integrated, truly integrated, holistic approach. Now, as always, our 5 journal and reflection questions. And if you have not started journaling yet, just pick a day, 5 minutes, just to start. Number 1, when do I tend to leave myself most often? Number 2, how do I usually respond when I notice I've disconnected? Number 3, what helps me return without pressure? Number 4, what does gentle repair look like in my body? And number 5, how can I welcome myself back instead of judging the absence? My friends, I tried to keep this really short tonight. This is our summary of the week. This week, we learned and explored support comes before insight. Small supports build safety. Listening creates trust. The senses regulate quickly. Return works best when it's gentle. You didn't miss anything. You didn't fall behind. You were learning how to stay in relationship with yourself. If you'd like to continue support integrating this work, Patreon is where we walk together more slowly, more deeply, week by week. And if you want gentle, body-centered resources, you can return anytime to find journals, guides, and all sorts of different little tools for yourself in my Stand store, created to support, not pressure, your healing. They're there when you need them. My friends, thank you for being here tonight. Thank you for choosing kindness instead of urgency. Nothing you felt this week was wrong. Nothing needed fixing. We are learning how to support the body we already live in with patience, presence, and trust. Healing lives here, but wholeness lives within you. I will see you next week. You have a wonderful, weekend ahead. If you need anything, you can reach out to me anytime. Visit the Patreon, because there is where you can gain support. The Healing Circle there is only $7.99 a month for the first 50 founding members. With that, my friends, peace, love, and light always. I love you all. I'll see you next week.